Ben, would you like some tea?
I'd love some tea, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, having the PG tips today.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. So.
Smells like a fresh winter morning.
Yes, this is winter in California.
Tea outside.
Yes. Hello.
Lovely to meet you.
Yes. Welcome to GuitarGeekWarning.com. Today we're sitting down with Ben Riddle in Singin and Strummin.
Hi there.
And
sipping.
And sipping. Our tours are often very toast and tea. Yeah. I like the PG tips.
I like them too.
Yeah. Tracy's more a fan of the red rose, but PG tips is pretty good.
I just like it hot.
Okay. So, now, you're mainly known as an acoustic artist. And so you started playing acoustic guitar when you were about, what, 17?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Were you ever drawn to certain guitars or guitarists?
The first guitar I ever owned was a Yamaha. I think like the cheapest Yamaha you can find in the store. That was my first guitar. Probably because it was the only guitar I could afford.
Yeah.
Because I paid for it out of my own money.
Yeah. Do you remember what model it was or anything? Was it like the Red Label one that got stolen in Germany?
It was just like a box.
Just a box. Yeah.
It was shiny, like a box. It was like a shiny box.
A shiny box?
And it really didn't have a nice tone, but I was just starting to write. It was the first time where I was starting to actually write my own songs.
Mm-hmm.
So my own songs were coming out. So I don't think I really had an attachment to it. So.
Okay. Now, did you ever have an electric guitar?
Never. I still never owned one.
You've never owned an electric guitar? Tracy's fixing the wind chimes.
Oh.
I don't know, I thought it was nice ambience of the wind chimes.
Helped me think.
Yep. Now, who were you listening to that inspired your first songwriting?
Wow. 17.
Yep.
I was listening to Nirvana, but they didn't really inspire me to write.
Okay.
I was listening to a lot of Radiohead.
Yep.
Those sort of indie bands. They kind of helped me write a lot. I think instruments kind of inspired me to write. Not necessarily musicians or...
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember like the first time you heard a song and you're like, oh, you know what? I can do this.
I don't.
No, nothing? Alrighty then.
I think I heard bands like that and I really wanted to be in a band.
Okay.
And at the same time I was writing my own songs, I was in my first band.
Yeah.
So...
I've seen you wear a lot of Leonard Cohen t-shirts. Actually, I've seen you wear the same Leonard Cohen t-shirt for about 8 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is just an impressive testament to the quality of that t-shirt.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of musicians I was listening to, but I definitely wasn't listening to Leonard Cohen when I was 17.
No?
They came a bit later. Yeah. But,
now, you do a lot of things with open tunings. But not in a traditional sense of like playing like bottleneck slide or anything like that. You just twist the knobs until they find...
I think I first discovered like Nick Drake tunings.
Okay.
Which were kind of like a lot of open C and F tunings and things. And
yeah, not traditional type of...
No. They just kind of got me out of this, standard tuning zone where I was kind of feeling a bit limited. So
yeah.
I'd just tune and I'd play, and sometimes I'd just retune on the strings and just kind of keep the songwriting process going. But sometimes I still don't know what tunings I played.
Yeah.
But each one is different.
One of my first forays into those tunings with you was in Corner Shop Love. Can you take me through the writing of that?
I was
like the chords? And do some playing?
Sure.
I'll take that. Put that on the table.
There you go. Yeah, this song I wrote when I was living in a tiny 15 square meter apartment in Paris, right on the top floor.
Okay.
And it was right in the middle of winter. I was really bored. I think I wrote a lot of songs then. And I wrote a lot of songs before I was coming here. So those songs that were during that time were kind of made it on our first album.
Yep.
And this is one of those songs. And it's in a kind of an open C tuning, with the high E still there.
open C tuning, but capoed at
Fifth.
5th fret. And so this is a short scale breedlove that is tuned now to, I think, open F, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So this is basically like a normal guitar, but with a capo on the 5th. So
Yeah.
this guitar is kind of perfect.
So, and tell us about these chords. Like, do you just move your fingers around so they?
I am not really trained with guitar. I taught myself. Like all my instruments, I teach myself. So I'm just experimenting. I'm playing. I'm letting my fingers do the talking. I'm trying to find melodies within different structures and shapes. And sometimes the shape just looks pretty in my hand. So hopefully it just sounds good.
It's like the Phoebe from Friends. Wait, which one's this? This is the frog chord. And this is
Yeah, a little bit like
Corner Shop Love chords there.
Sure.
That's beautiful, and it doesn't. Nothing about any of those shapes are traditional shapes.
With the open tunings, there,
Yeah.
it makes my brain work in a different way because I'm not thinking about what normal standard chord shapes look like. I've got to move in different ways. So
there's lots of drone to it. That's It's really nice.
There's slight intonations and slight variations of open chords, and it's nice, and it works really well with this guitar too.
Yeah, it's a good thing they stopped making them.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah. It's a great little travel guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, now, when we did This Is Happening album, the tenor guitar featured on a bunch of songs in there as well.
It did.
Yeah. Now, what drew you to that aside from me just putting one in your hand?
I'd never seen them before.
Yeah.
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 I didn't really know much about them. I'd seen bands like Mumford & Sons play them, and other
Mumford & Sons plays
They do,
tenor?
yeah. I think 2 of them play them.
Really?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I've seen a few bands play them, and always found them quite interesting and quite aesthetically pleasing, especially these nice archtop ones.
Yeah.
But I never... for me, it's quite different because I'm used to playing guitars which have that kind of nice MIDI tone,
The
nice
fullness.
soft kind of acoustic sound. This is kind of quite new for me,
Yeah.
but it kind of works with the other instruments that we play in the band. So,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, you're quite good at handing me a new instrument, so I'm just it's kind of like day one. Learning an instrument again, which is great because you kind of look at it like a totally new piece of material, and it's like discovering something for the first time. So that's where the good stuff happens, I think. And this guitar was the same for me.
Have I been a bad influence on you guitar-wise?
Only just then you have to. I'm buying more instruments, so I have less money. But great in a way because it's making me discover new instruments and new styles and things I would probably never.
Yeah. Now, take us through a little bit of This Is Happening.
Okay. Well, pretty basic chords. 3 chords, I think. Maybe 4.
Do you know what they are?
D minor, A minor, C, and maybe another.
No, it's F.
A.
It's okay.
I don't even pay attention to even learn them after I play them or figure out what they are. It's just like a muscle brain memory.
Yeah. As long as one thing I do remember about when we were working on the This Is Happening album, trying to learn the songs because a lot of them were written very fast, and I can remember one. I don't remember which song it was, but you and I couldn't figure out how to play it because we had the wrong instruments in our hands.
Oh, yeah.
It was the C.
C.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had a mandolin, you had the tenor, and we handed each other's instruments.
Wait, this doesn't fit right.
Okay. Oh, here it is. Here's the shapes. Yeah.
So yeah, this is Just Happening song.
That's beautiful.
Progressive with a lot more tempo.
Yes. Especially when we're playing with drums, all of a sudden
Absolutely,
it can run
That's a
away
fun
sometimes.
song.
Yeah. So, and you come from a musical family.
No, I don't actually. No one in my family plays instruments, or sings, or does anything musical.
No?
No, I'm like the black sheep. My grandmother
Okay.
used to sing in a choir and musicals, and my grandfather is quite a good jazz pianist. That was kind of the only...
That's a bit musical.
Yeah, it's a bit musical. I guess when I hear like a musical family, it's like your mother, your sister, your brother, you're all playing a family band.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I heard and was exposed to music by like those two grandparents since I was a kid. They were always singing. There was always a pianola. There was always someone playing music, or my grandmother singing, or that was my introduction to musicals and things. So yeah, I do have a musical family.
You do have a musical family.
Yeah.
And a lot of what you do isn't just, like, music is just one part of a lot of the different things that you do. And so I think about the song Walking, The More I Am.
Yeah.
And you've traveled quite extensively. By foot, I would say.
I've traveled a bit.
Yeah.
In this
So
last
the song like
20
Walking
something
comes
years.
out. That comes about.
That song was when I was living in Morocco, and we decided to, a few friends of mine, and I decided to walk for 7 days from the mountains to the ocean, with no map and no guide, but not a lot of food either. And I lost my shoes and I split my pants. Ended up with like really bad gastro up a mountain, but it was probably one of the nicest walks I've ever done.
Is it the longest walk you've ever done?
Yeah, almost.
Okay. So, and the
A
song.
lot of that song was about luck and opportunity and just being grateful and being blessed for things that come and go, and yeah.
That can kind of almost be a mantra of your living and artistic work is, well, chance. Just leave everything to chance and being open to new things.
Absolutely, yeah.
So open to new instruments and tunings, open to new experiences, and that writing.
Yeah, I mean, I do lots of different things in my life, and music is just one of them. I think I'm more just interested in different experiences and learning along the way. I like to be outside. I like to do stuff with land and agriculture, and I just want to be creative. Doing something with my hands is what's important. So, be that music or baking.
New Coastline came out like that too, right? From open to new experiences.
Yeah,
The song.
that was about traveling too, to a different part of the world, somewhere completely new, somewhere. People can be inspiring, and but also places can be very inspiring too.
That was the south of
And
France.
how you feel. South of England. Yeah.
Cornwall, right?
Cornwall, yeah. Beautiful.
I've been there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
One of the things that I loved about working with you is I feel like a lot of the things that you do influence, like, you bring like more of an indie world thing to what I'm doing. I think I bring a lot of rock out in what you're doing, and that's evidence through New Coastline, that album. But the album you did right after that, actually, you did an EP first, and then you did Nedelk.
Did I?
We did an EP together.
Oh,
It was the Walking EP.
We did too.
Yeah. We put out a lot of music. It's a good thing. But Nedelk is so different from everything that we've done together. And it's more of an extension of your solo work. But I remember it started off with, what's the name of the song? Your Way Home.
Oh, yeah.
Had the church bells in the beginning. And I know how authentic you are for real everything. Like, where did you even record the church bells? And can you tell me about that song?
I finally decided to leave Australia because I'd been coming back and forth for 5 years to France. But this was the first time where I was like, I had like 2 suitcases and my guitar and all the other stuff I'd left or gave away back in Australia. So like this was like a new point in my life where, okay, I'm actually going to find a new home, finding your way home, or wherever that might be. Now it was going to be in Paris or in France, so that was the day one when I arrived, and I woke up in the morning, staying in a friend's apartment. I could hear these bells, really beautiful. And I'm just outside the window because there was a church just down there. So I decided to record them. Well, I was hearing them, and I was hearing this song at the same time. I was just kind of improvising while these bells were going over. This melody kind of came. So I decided maybe I should record it, and then I'll use it later and actually make a song out of it. So in that moment, and that realization that I was in a new home, this song was kind of coming. So it just kind of wrote itself.
Okay.
So that's how that song kind of came about.
And the rest of that album is very, very different from a lot of even your previous work is very different from.
Yeah, it's still got my own little touches to it, and it's very simplistic in a sense, and very stripped back, which I always do and I always like to do.
Tons of vocal harmonies.
Lots of vocal harmonies, yeah. Sometimes I get a bit carried away with those, but...
But you have nobody telling you not to.
I just, that album, like my others, I've always been in solitude and quiet, kind of taking my time. But they also happen very quickly. I think I wrote that album and finished that album in 2 weeks.
Wow. You wrote and finished it in 2 weeks?
Yeah. I also, someone gave me a new guitar for my birthday because I had a guitar get stolen. So I had this new instrument, and these songs were just kind of coming. And they would, once I sit down in the studio and I start working, then it just, and it had been a while since I'd written, it had been a while since I'd made an album, so I think all this stuff was just ready to come out. So when the conditions are right, it can be quite prolific. So, yeah, that whole album was kind of a long time coming. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, and you also do work with Vivian, your husband.
Yeah.
You had a song on your second album that morphed into a dance performance.
He had always wanted to make a music video for me, or collaborate in some ways. I was always not always ready for that or finding the right moment. But he was collaborating with another friend doing a dance piece, and they were looking for music, and there was one song in particular that really resonated with them, and that was called Eyes Closed. It was like an a cappella kind of long, kind of playful kind of song.
Yes. Which
I wrote when I was living in Morocco.
Where were you living?
In Morocco.
In Morocco.
In Morocco, yeah. So, that song came from there, and they decided to use it in a dance piece. And then, over the period of maybe 3 years, that dance piece has kind of merged into longer adaptations. So it was a 10-minute song that turned into a 15-minute song, which turned into a 30-minute song, which then involved me on stage singing live. So, I ended up composing now. I think it's an hour and 10 minutes piece.
Really?
So there's music there which involves me. There's kind of like backing parts. I'm singing live. There's the original song, and there's kind of adaptations of it. So it's really morphed, and it's a really nice project. It's called Inmost. That's what the piece is called.
Inmost.
Inmost.
You should also mention that Vivian is a professional dancer as well.
He is. Yes.
So it's not just like me on stage doing interpretive.
It's him and a wonderful dancer named Kemi and myself on stage. So there's 3 of us. It's a very kind of slow, kind of delicate piece about relationships and intimacy, and the different weight and energies in a relationship and a couple, and how we get influenced by different things around us. So it's nice. It's been a long time and a difficult process, but really nice to work with my husband and other people in a different medium as well. Because I used to be a dancer, so it's been nice to kind of go into that realm again.
Is it difficult working with your spouse?
No, not at all.
No.
I thought it might have been difficult, but when you're both very professional and you both kind of very similar in the things that you want, like I don't take criticism as well as I should, but he's very very direct and very clear of how things should be directed or come across. So I guess sometimes I'm a bit like, don't tell me what to do. But that's part of the process.
Okay. Now, what are you working on now? What's the next thing that you got going?
I'm kind of thinking I'm working on a new album or a double album. I'm not real sure.
Okay.
Or maybe an album, but then also like an album of meditation music.
That would be fantastic.
Doing a bit of both, and I'm interested in that, to do a whole kind of selection of work, but instrumental and very minimal, even more minimal than what I've already done. Just less of me.
It's interesting how you take minimalism, like touring with you has made me pare down a lot of the things that I do. It made the guitars grew on stage, because I remember we had 7 guitars that we were touring with, and trying to go through train station with 7 guitars was a challenge. But we'd leave there, and like you just did, what, 4 months away from home with a backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good. Didn't have a guitar either.
Yeah.
I haven't played a guitar in 3 months.
Yeah.
Until yesterday.
So, I can see how that thinking translates into your music of minimal and the space, and it reminds me a lot of some of Eno's work.
Right.
Yeah.
Good old Eno.
You love Eno too?
Good old Eno.
Yeah. So, before we go, I was hoping we could play a song.
Sure.
Okay.
What song do you want to play?
I want to play 10,000 Miles.
Okay.
This
can happen.
is a song that we'd started working on. You'd written towards the end of a Riddle and the Stars tour. And how did this song come about? What's the inspiration of this one?
This song had quite a bit of inspiration, actually. It was kind of wrote it for someone who I knew was gonna pass away, and kind of like a legacy song to get me through grief, and to get someone else through grief. It's also about like my own relationship and living a long distance relationship for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of has 2 double meanings. That physicality of wanting to be closer to someone, and also someone that's already gone, the mental state that you want to be closer with someone. So, don't remember where,
So it's a very touching song to me.
where I wrote this song, but
I have strong
here
personal
now.
connections to it myself.
it's here now in this world.
Yeah. Need a pick?
Yeah.
You got
I
one?
cut all my nails off, so I think I have to use it for the first time in my life.
It's part of your minimalism. No need no goddamn picks.
It's extra luggage, you know? These things, everything weighs, everything adds up. Okay.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 4. Let's start on the F, not the C.
Same chord together, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right now I see it's morning, feels like a brand new day. While coffee pot is singing, I know you're out drinking 1,000 miles away. Hear the same song on the radio, over and over in a day. Thoughts of you spin round in my head 10,000 miles away. If you got a way to make this easier for the both of us to be a little bit closer. Frustrated by your time zone, you've got night, I've got day. The world keeps turning, my love keeps burning 10,000 miles away. When you're awake, I'm always dreaming, it's always kind of been that way. And I go to bed, I wish I was with you instead, 10,000 miles away. If you got a way to make this in your day. From the coffee pot of singing, I know you're out drinking 10,000 miles away. And if you got a way to make this easier for the both of us to be a little bit closer. And if you got a way to make this easier for the both of us to be a little bit closer. And if you got a way to make this easier for the both of us to be a little bit
Very nice, Ben.
Thank you.
Love that song.
Me too.
This is Ben Riddle, everybody. This has been Singing and Strummin. I'll put up some links so you can hear his stuff and find him online. So,
Thanks so much for listening. Thanks, Bobbo.
you're welcome. Good to have you, man. Let's have some more tea.
Okay.